Good morning and welcome back, listeners, to Jefferson's very own podcast. I'm Brad Capener, Superintendent, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Chris Shaw, who's also our Tech Director. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, everyone.
And Becca Mallory, who also serves as our Communications Specialist. Good morning, Becca.
Good morning. I'm so happy we're about to start the school year.
I know, we're back. And so how was everybody's summer?
Chris didn't get one.
Mine was extremely busy.
Okay.
I worked all summer. And so, I tried to take some recreation in there. So I hiked about 7 mountains. And
Wait, whoa. So I was really busy. I happened to just hike 7 mountains.
I don't sleep, Brad.
Yeah.
I never sleep.
I guess.
So, I hiked about 70 miles over the summer and did about 18 to 19,000 feet of elevation altogether.
Wow.
I joined him on one of those hikes and nearly died.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. So
Yes.
great view where we went.
Lots of pictures.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll have to explore that and see those pictures. Well, that's great. I also did some hiking myself. So I went to Spain and did the Camino de Santiago and did 80 miles in 6 days, which was just an amazing experience. And what was nice about it was not having to think or make decisions, but just go and get up every day. And, your only job is to walk 10 or 12 miles or 19 or whatever it is. So.
That sounds so much work.
And that's one of the great things I love about hiking. You just kind of get into this zone. You can let all your work stuff kind of go away and just enjoy the scenery, let your mind wander.
Yeah, no, it's great. So I think we all need breaks, right? We need to be able to separate a little bit and fill our cups up for the year coming up. And so I feel rested and ready to go and excited about the year ahead. I hope you guys do as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we're excited about it.
And I got some wonderful time with my toddler, so I am fully rested.
Yay! Okay, good. That's always really important. So one other thing that that happened here in the school district is our school-based Health and Resource Center was completed.
Ew.
It was completed really by the end of July, and then they were waiting for a few doors to come in, and that came in early August. We got furniture. So that thing is done, and we are really excited. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I've had a sneak peek. It looks really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we're really thankful we received over $500,000 in donations and had it completely built. It didn't cost the district a dime, and it just is an amazing gift. It's going to be really, really good for this community. But anyway, our podcast today is not about the health center, and we're going to move on, but we will talk about that more, and actually it'll come up again today in the context of our topic. Today's podcast is going to focus on our 3rd annual Back to School event. And our special guest this morning is Cathy Emmert. Good morning, Cathy.
Good morning, Brad.
Cathy's our Special Initiatives Director and in charge of putting this event together. Cathy, as many of you know, was also our high school principal for many years. So she's been helping this district and serving the kids here in this district for many, many years. And we're so lucky to have her. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So we're excited. This is our 3rd time doing this, I believe.
Yes.
And each year it gets better and better, and we feel really good about it. But I just thought, it'd be a good opportunity for us to talk a little bit about what it's going to look like this year and kind of what's the purpose. Why do you think why do we have an event like this?
Originally, we had the back to school event coming out of the pandemic because we knew a lot of people were struggling economically, and we wanted to make sure that our students made a connection with their teacher and also had the supplies that they needed to return to school. And so that was the initial reason that we had it. But each year it seems to be something that is a great kickoff. And this year's will not be any different than the years previous. However, we have changed the time slot for this year's event. So while many things will be the same, there are also some big differences.
Okay, well, let's get into some of those differences. And sounds like a kind of a fun event.
Oh,
And
yes.
So one that For all parents and their kids and
For all students who are registered within the Jefferson School District,
Okay.
K-12, and their parents and families. We invite everybody to come out. This year's event will be much more festive because we have a mariachi band.
hey, all right.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun, and they'll be playing in the amphitheater. We also have Kona Ice coming.
Nice.
Yes,
Very
and of course
popular
we'll do our
Jefferson.
usual hot dogs and hot dog bun kind of lunch. Teachers and staff will also be present, and they'll be identified wearing their new staff shirt. And so everybody will be able to meet the staff of the Jefferson School District.
All right, so let me get this straight. There's going to be free food.
Free food, all
And-
free.
And there's going to be free Kona ice.
Free Kona Ice from 12:30 until 2.
All right, so it's a shorter event, 12:30 to 2
Yes.
this year, and partly moved so we can have our staff come.
That's correct.
Yeah, in the past years, it's been later in the day, but it was difficult to have our staff attend, and that we wanted to make sure that students and parents could meet their teachers potentially.
Because we know how important connection is. And so when you can make that connection earlier, prior to coming to school, it really helps lessen anxiety of the student.
Absolutely, yeah, and I know it's fun for the teachers too, and it's getting back and they can see kids
Yes.
and see them in this environment is really fun. So you talked about the music, the mariachi band. I think that's going to be really fun. They'll be playing on the stage. What else? I mean, are there going to be what else makes it festive around that space?
We'll have lots of booths, and in those booths, we'll have our parent-teacher committees, and they'll be doing crafts and handouts.
Okay.
We have the Marines coming to do handouts, and they'll challenge you a little bit to do bar hangs and maybe sit-ups or push-ups, but they'll bring lots of gifts to hand out.
I'll avoid
But I
them.
think one of the biggest and most exciting things for me is we will have the United Way of Marion County here, and they'll be handing out toys, lots of toys, and they'll also be presenting us a check for our school-based health center.
Ah, yes. They gave us $30,000.
$30,000.
That is fantastic.
Is that
Amazing.
amazing?
It is
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
and exciting.
We applied for a 25,000
That's
grant.
right.
They were so taken by our student-based health center, school-based health center, that they gave us 30,000, and they also gave us access to their warehouse in Salem. There's a program called
360, that's correct.
that we can go and get supplies. So we're going to be having for our students that are houseless, have a home. We'll have supplies, toiletries, clothing,
A laundry facility.
laundry facility, and so we'll be able to support our students in ways that we haven't been able to in the past.
That's
So,
correct.
yeah.
And we're in the process of getting that ramped up, and we'll be able to show you that center at our back to school event.
So we're going to be giving tours.
We're going to be giving tours. The construction part of the facility is completed. We haven't furnished it all yet, but we are in process, and we're excited to give you a sneak peek of what it is going to be.
Wonderful.
And I'll say, if you knew what that building used to look like before they started construction, it will blow your mind to see like the before and after and how that is the same building.
I hope
Very
the,
excited
I hope
about
the
it.
middle school teachers get to go and
Yes.
take
Yes,
a tour, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because this used to be part of Jefferson Middle School before our bond, and we got a brand new middle school. And we, everyone knows, we tore down most of the school, but there were parts of that complex that remained, and there was the old band room that remained, and it just looked not very good.
No, it wasn't very good, and it
smell
it
very
smelled.
good.
Yes,
Well,
it
And
smelled.
we were using it as a storage facility, and it was just kind of,
Had
and
this
they've just
ugly carpet.
transformed that. So, I mean, anybody who worked in that building or visited or knew that building over the years, you would just be completely blown away by
Yeah.
the it is now.
And we will have a formal opening, grand opening in October when we have it fully furnished. But we do want the community to have a peek now.
Good. Okay, so one of the things that we talk about when we talk about supplies and giving out supplies, they're backpacks.
Correct.
And so, and over the last couple of years, that has been something really popular, right? So are we doing that again?
We are doing fully stocked backpacks
Oh.
with school supplies.
Great.
just as in the former years, we have a smaller backpack for our K-5 students and a larger backpack for our 6-12 students.
Wonderful. Wow, that's going to make a difference. Knowing that, especially for parents, just to know, like, now's the time to go out and get your supplies, right? But if you need to have we're going to be offering free backpacks with supplies. I didn't realize they were going to be full of supplies.
They're full of supplies. It's a packet of supplies. And when I say full, it's not like they are bulging backpacks, but there are supplies to get you started.
Great. This was a nice, I think, connection with our community, right? I think one of our goals as a school district is to seamlessly connect with our community. It's such a supportive community. Jefferson has been wonderful to support our schools. And so this seems like a nice event to be able to also bring in the community. Are there other tables, other people coming that represent other aspects of the community?
Yes, the sheriff's office will send a deputy and a squad car.
Oh, nice.
The fire department will have a fire engine here, and they'll have some give outs.
Hopefully, unless there's a fire. Yeah.
Unless there's a fire. I forgot to mention earlier that Parks and Rec has given us the pool, so there'll be a free swim during that time.
nice.
And with the weather that we've had, everybody might be in the pool.
I could use a good swim right now.
That's
Especially
right.
after the
So
heat.
let me just think through this a second. So we've got this great parking lot. We've got a pool on one end. We've got this festive tents and music going on the other end. People can come and they can swim for free.
Swim for free, and it will be staffed with lifeguards from Parks and Rec.
Wow, that is incredible. And then they can come over and have a cone of ice and mill around a little bit, get a free hot dog, go get a backpack. I'm down.
Right.
I'm ready to go.
Right, and it will open at 12:30. Prior years, we have allowed lines to form. It will be a little more difficult this year, so we would ask that maybe you don't show up until 12:30. There will be enough backpacks for everyone.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. And different colors?
All different colors. Purple, of course, is our favorite.
Right. Well, absolutely. Jefferson Lions. Good. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. Anything else? So let's switch a little bit because I think the website also is going to be something where parents can find out about events that are happening. Is that true?
Yeah, so we've completely revamped the website over this summer, and I'm hoping that people find it a lot easier and more user friendly to use. But
Okay.
in it, we created a page called the Press Room, where that's where we're going to put all of our house the announcements and the important stuff, and then it'll be kind of the important feed posts will be put onto like the main page, but ultimately it's like you walk into the press room and you're getting all the information. But we do have a lot of good information on there that you can find fairly easily. A lot easier than our former website. So I'm excited
Also
about
on
it.
the front pages, we've got all of our media feeds from our Facebook and our Instagram, so
okay.
people can see them straight from our website. And the calendar has been revamped. So one of the things that came out of our communications audit was people wanted a better calendar. So we heard that call and we set forth to make the calendar better. And so the calendar page is now filterable. So when you go to it, if you want to look for just athletic events, you can click athletic events and pull them all up. If you want to see just the elementary school stuff, you can pull up just the elementary school. So we hope that everyone finds it a whole lot easier to use and find the information they're looking for.
Yeah.
I would encourage parents that are listening to just go on our website and just play around with it a little bit because the more you tour it, the more comfortable you feel with it. I think one of the challenges for anybody, myself included, is anytime you come to a website, it's navigating it like, oh, I need to find that certain thing, and then it doesn't just appear. So you have to dig a little bit, right? So, but I do like how it's structured, and it does make sense in how things are kind of grouped together. But I do think it takes a little bit of just playing around with it to see, oh yeah, getting acquainted, I guess. So
And
I would encourage
honestly,
you.
getting feedback from people that are using it is really what's going to help drive us to hone down and make it even more user friendly, even more easier to access. Like, if not saying that we could adjust to all changes or all feedback that's provided, but that's what drives how we put this together. The other cool thing when you're talking about trying to find something is that this time our search bar actually works in the website. So
That's
you
always
can,
nice,
you can
right?
search something and it'll actually find it for you within the website, which did not work on our former one. So that was always frustrating.
And then under parent resources, we have all the forms most parents need and use, and they're very searchable. And you can search for them by category as well as search for them by name and topic as well.
Could you do that with your, like when you just go to the main page, can you just go search and you put a form in, like, parent nutrition form or whatever,
Yes.
the school, whatever it is, nutrition something or other.
And
It'll just pull it right up.
And it will find it.
Yeah.
What about mental health services?
Oh, yes.
You can just put in mental health and it'll bring up the page?
Yep, and it'll bring it up to. We kept the Bitmoji side, the fun and
Yeah.
exciting, but we also created a simplistic version for those that want something that's like, just give me the information, no cutesy Bitmoji stuff.
No cutesy Bitmoji. I like my Bitmoji.
I know, me too. I like creating those. Those are fun.
Also, to make it more accessible, our website is fully translatable. So if you speak Spanish and you're having trouble navigating the website, you can have the entire website translated into Spanish for you. And also Ukrainian for our new Ukrainian students coming in.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that is amazing. Let's just talk about that just another minute, because that is something really incredible. What we're saying, and I'm not sure how you do this, so you have to help me out with how to do this, but if I am speaking Ukrainian and I go onto our website, how do I turn everything into Ukrainian?
So in the bottom right-hand corner of the website, you'll see what looks like the American flag, and it'll say English. You click on it, and there will be a picture of the Ukrainian flag with it all in Ukrainian. You click on that, and it then translates everything on the website.
And also the Spanish. It'll be in
And
Spanish
same
as
In
well.
Spanish as
Yeah.
well.
Wow, technology is really amazing.
Agreed.
It can just do some incredible things.
I think it's going to be great. And I'm very excited to have a new and improved, organized website launched and out there right now.
Yeah, no, that's really great. One of the goals I had coming into this district, this is my 6th year now, was when we first came in, this was before you were hired, Chris, we had a very old, antiquated website. It was like, oh, guys, we have to get to the 21st century. We got to bring this up to speed. And so then we got the new website that year, and that was really nice. It really helped. It was such an improvement over the before. But of course, every time you do it, you learn, right? There's challenges, things that don't quite function the way you do. And so now we've completely redone it again with the hopes of being something that people can really utilize and find helpful. So I hope everybody gets out there and uses it and feels good about it. And that way you can know what events are happening, what's going on in the district, all the great things. Remember, this podcast is also meant to be a bridge with the community and help you to know a little deeper knowledge about what's happening in the schools and in our district. We're going to be running these all year and trying to make sure that we are communicating and letting you know how successful everything is going in the district. With that said, we have to wrap up this episode, and we want to thank Cathy for joining us today. Thank you for all your work and putting this event together. It is going to be outstanding. It sounds great. Thank you guys for all the work that you've been doing with the websites and putting all the technology and things together for our district. And it just sounds great. So until next time, thank you everybody for joining us. Have a good day.
Again.
All right, bye.